minute, turn a snippet to a hit, and now they all want a percentage, but I'm only paying visits.
Big dog, hit 'em with thick thumbs and a quick draw.
Pit balls, if they ain't playing, they getting kicked off.
All right, we good. Oh damn, what up? What up? How y'all feeling? Good to see you guys. Welcome in. Game time, baby.
Can't you see the patterns?
Last time I checked, I'm still hot. Real hot. Kept it dope without a pill pop. Steady climbing to the hilltop.
Okay, who we got here? I see him.
Last time I checked, I still hot.
Z Gamer in the house. All right, what up, Energy? What's poppin', everyone? What's poppin'? What up, PNP Beats?
Yeah, last time I checked, still the man in my town. They had to crown me.
What I used to make in a day, I make it hourly.
Told Grand send me a beat and make it bouncy. When they hear the tag, they know it's about to be
big scene.
I think we're good.
The big screen.
16 bar slicker is pristine.
My bad. Jumped too late. Yo, my chat's broken. Zoom broke the chat. Literally.
Game bulletproof.
Look at all the levels that we took it to.
Look at all the levels that we took it to. There we go, Zoom. We're back.
Damn, I'm still high.
All right. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Good to see y'all. Stevie Mac Attack in the building. What's Gucci? How we feeling? Welcome in, gang. DT Gamer in the building. Yeah. How we feeling? Good to see y'all. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. What's poppin'? Zoom, my bad. Yo, the clubhouse broke the chat real quick. Sheesh. Broke the chat. All right, well, welcome in, my friends. Welcome in. Good to see y'all. Happy Wednesday. Let's get to it, man. It's going to be a good one here. It's going to be a good one. Yes, sir. How we feeling, clubhouse? What up, Futures Lore? What up, Mason? What's good? What's good? SK in the building. It's Plan G. See Melly in the house. There he is. See Melly. Little golf outing coming up here. Hey, little golf outing coming. Little how you doing? Nobody knows nothing. A little comedy tour. Okay, let's go. Let's go. What up, Phil? What up, Christian? Good morning, Serge. What up, Wokey? Good to see you, G. Good to see you. Did I hear stakes on Wokey today? Was that for today, or was that for sometime down the road? Let me know. B21 in the building. What's poppin'? What up, DeMarco? What up, OGH? Roll call, baby. All the heavy hitters are here. What's up, Drew? What up, DJ? Oh, snap. Price action Kev in the building. All right, let's get into it, man. Yeah, Lysker, what up? What up, Lysker? What up, Vince? What's good, Sharma G? Who else we got here today? Anyone here today that you don't normally put a W, but maybe put a W here today? What up, noobs? Sin Z in the building. What up, JDZ? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Jose in the house. All right, let's do it. Yeah? Clubhouse spinning. You guys are going to break Zoom. Literally going to break Zoom. All right, well, anyways, what a beautiful day it is here. I'm just super grateful to wake up, to be here and see all your names here as well, and know that you guys got here safe and sound. And let's go ahead and pray real quick, and then we'll begin. Yeah? Let's do it. Janosh is here. All right, Janosh, let's pray, brother. All right, Father God, we thank you for this opportunity, Lord. We thank you that we come here, we can gather in prayer together. We thank you for all that you're doing here. We thank you for sharing knowledge and wisdom and understanding and just using my words to speak to your people, Lord. We thank you for all that you're doing, the lessons, the blessings, and just everything in between, Lord. We thank you that for all the success that you've given us already, and just the fact that your presence dwells among us, Lord. We thank you for it. We thank you for keeping this live stream fresh and pure and new and just right on the money every single time, Lord. So thank you for all that you do for this community. We give you the glory here in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Wow. Kingdom work. Kingdom work. Sheesh. Let me give you a scripture out of John 14 where the Messiah goes, very truly I tell you, whoever believes in me will do works that I've been doing, and they will do even greater things than these because I'm going to the Father. Here we go. Let's start the live stream. Thank you, Jesus, for instruction, because look at the work that's going on here. Where are you guys from? Where y'all from? Just real quick. I just want to do this very quick. Where are you from? Let me see something here. Because Jesus said, you do greater works, do the things that I do, and you'll do greater works than I have, right? And what did he say? You go out and share this philosophy, share the message, share it all across the world. And although we're right here in my house in Tampa, Florida, praise God for the internet, because we get to impact, inspire sheesh, enlighten people all over the world. So it's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Let's go. W's in the chat. Good to see y'all. Let's get the party started here today. And let's crank into it. Yeah. So what I like to tell some people is you need to get your ass off the pew and into the kingdom work. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? You know, they ain't just about sitting there and being a good little boy, man. You got to get out there. You're going to have people that don't want you to win. You're going to have people that don't want your message to get across. You're going to have Quakers. You're going to have people who are going to come to you and say, thank God, I prayed for you, right? But you don't do that by playing it safe. You don't do that by taking the easy route and just sitting around, you know, singing Kumbaya and reading stories out the Bible or the Quran or whatever book you want to read, right? It's all about getting to work. Faith without works is nada. Not a dang thing. So let's get up, let's get after it here today, and let's have a great one. So today is, let me lower the music a little bit here. Today is another day where we have this government shutdown. As you can see here, the shutdown drags on, right? It just continues to drag on here, and we got shutdowns here still, so probably no news, nothing to be aware of, no reason to go into here outside of letting you guys know that today is Wednesday, October 15th, midway through the month, and we're doing excellent. It's another day, it's another opportunity for us to be patient, to be disciplined, to be professionals, right? To keep the future in mind, to trade for tomorrow, right? I want to give you that friendly reminder here today. Don't waste all your bullets here on one day doing stupid things that you're going to be ashamed about later, right? If you want to be an 8-figure trader, you got to be that today, right? You got to walk in it, talk in it, trade like it, think like it, and eventually it'll play out for you. So let's run through the top-down analysis here. If you guys can, give the stream a like for me, sub to the channel, and let's get ready to see what we got going on here. So daily. So this is gold. This is the daily time frame, and looks like yesterday we closed bullish, right? So we had a real awkward bullish closure outside of the range right here, and you know, all of a sudden, you know, kind of continue moving bullish here, right? So today's candle is just taking off with no lower wick, as you guys can see. We've pushed up, we broke through the highs, and excuse me, now we're starting to reject a little bit. So let's go see what this rejection looks like. Obviously, it's just been a bullish, you know, it's just been a bullish show here on gold pretty much, right? Just no stopping, no slowing down at all. But let's take a look at the 4-hour here, because 4-hour has turned around. So you got these, you know, this little range here on the 4-hour. Looks like you got a breakout. This was last night in Asian. Beautiful celery play right here where the 4-hour candle filled the wick. And now we've just been, I don't know, just been a dud pretty much ever since here, right? This candle pushed up, but we weren't really able to do much. Now this candle's coming down, breaking its own low, and yeah, who knows what's going to happen here now. So let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour coming back down, just pushing down like crazy here. Look at this big wick here. So let's go take a look at that. 30-minute has support here. Let's see right here at 4204. You're looking at some supports here. Let's take a look at the 15-minute, 15 as well. Close at no bottom wick here. So let's see, you know, maybe we come back up. Maybe price wants to start moving down. You know, I'd love to see a 4-hour pullback. We need something, right? So we'll see what's going to happen, but you got a clean closure below here in potentially 9 minutes for this wick to be filled. So let's see how that goes, and, you know, kind of go from there. It's a bit tough. Sells are a bit choppy here in this range, so that's not going to be the greatest right in here. So that's going to be pretty tough, but we'll kind of pay attention to this wick fill. We'll see how the 30-minute candle closes, because the 15 has no wick on the bottom, and you know, we don't really want to jump the gun here, right? Especially when gold being extremely bullish. I don't even know what this was about here, but we wicked all the way down. We just came back up. So looks like we tried to break out of the range here, right? We came right up here and just never got a closure above, so that's fine. We'll see where gold wants to go now. Yeah, wow, what a move down here. So yeah, it looks like you're trying to start this little downtrend. So we'll see what happens. We really got support sitting more so right here at 95, and then the bottom of the range is going to be more like 72. So we'll see what happens. Ideally, these candles have been moving down for quite a bit of time, so don't really want to execute any sells right down here. If we can create a support here though, right? this is where the buys are going to take place, right? These will be much better buys in my opinion. Or we wait for some sort of like probably like some sort of resistance to form, right? Like if we can get a resistance somewhere in here where you close like right above and you come back up and then close below that, then I think that's going to be time to put the pressure on the sells here, right? We go short right in that range here to fill that zone. We can close our partials right at the wick fill or right above the wick fill here, and then, you know, full TP at support. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Yeah, I took a buy right here. I took this celery play on my live account, so little just got nipped in there, but I didn't really take it on any other accounts. So we'll see what happens, but this is a pretty good trade here. You know, big rejection to the downside. Price created support. We moved up. We closed strong. You had this doji candle here. Actually, two dojis, right? These two right here, and then you know, you had this candle break the high, which I thought was phenomenal, right? You got a wick to fill here, and then, you know, the resistance up there. So I thought that was a good trade if anyone took that. By the way, if you were quaking or whatever, I seen or heard about the quaking going on in the clubhouse, like, if you don't understand that play right there, then you just don't understand the playbook, right? Like you cannot quake on a trade like that. I mean, that's perfect, right? I mean, the 30-minute celery play, 1 hour onion, if you don't know that play, then you just don't know the playbook yet, and that's fine. But man, you can't let that, you can't quake off something like that. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Yeah, we'll see what happens here as we approach 95, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, maybe we get some supports down here at 95. Let's take a look back at the 4 hour again. So we rebroke our own low, right? So now if we start coming back up, very high chance price continues bullish here. So we'll see if we get supports, and if we do, and if there's volume in, then we'll look to take that buy position. If not, then, you know, maybe we can kind of move back up, right, towards this area here, back up, and then close below, and then we can target the wick fill. All right, cool. That's pretty much it on gold. Gold's on the move here. It's on the move. So yeah, we gotta wait. Yeah, the buys looked so good off that 1 hour. You had a huge rejection here. You had the 30-minute celery. You had the 1 hour onion. Looked amazing. So yeah, we'll see where we go from here. Yeah, I think price want to move down a little bit now. So once we come into this level here, we can see how we close. So there's 5 minutes left on the candle, and let's see how we do right here at like 41.96. Cool. That's that. Any questions? What's up, Mr. Lopez? Rafi in the house. Hey, if you're quaking, you just need another one or two of Rafi's webinar, and you'll be alright. Let's see. Orange folder news coming in. Orange folders coming in. Yeah, all right, we got 4 minutes here. We're most likely gonna have to wait for another candle anyway, so let's go take a look at ES and see what we got cooking over here. Oh, buys above them. After Asian, it looks like we played out well. Yeah, I don't know what to do with ES. Nothing for me. Nothing for me. You need a pullback. Look at the 1 hour. Holy, that's wild. Yeah, so with ES, basically we just left this range here. You had a lot of consolidation here. We're gonna need a pullback now. So if we can get a pullback straight back into that zone, boom, 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 then we look to take buys coming back up. Just like that. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah? Simple? Yeah, and then if not, then we would take the sells below here. Cool. ES is very simple today. Just wait for a pullback. If you can pull back down into like 67.28, we look for supports. If not, then we look for sells below whatever this is, 26. Yeah. All right, George VDM in the building. Yeah, so let's see how we do here. Let me take a look at the 15. Yeah, 15 super choppy. So I think if we can get pullbacks coming back down into that zone there, we can start looking at buys again. Until then, we just watch. Wow, what a move on gold. What a move. What a move. To the top one promo launch. I think top one should be good. Yeah, 55% off all accounts. Just use code TTE and you'll be good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it launched. If not, it'll launch within like the next half hour, I'd say. The launch in the loss in pre-New York broke me a little. Broke you or broke your account? Or both? Or neither when you really think about it? Talk to me. Let's see. TK's here. What up, TK? Launch? I don't even know. Where did I even say launch? Why did I say launch? Account still alive, but 400 away from payout. So what broke, brother? What broke? Where'd you break? Yo, what up, chatty? How we feeling? You ready to chat? Got my first payout from top one. Beautiful. Congratulations, my friend. Congrats. Congrats. Let's see if we can get one day here. I need this last day of 150. I need 150. So let's see if we can snag this payout on top. Beep. And yeah, be able to. I think I can't request it today, so it'd actually have to be tomorrow. Boom, 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 boom. What a move down here on gold. Wow. Insane. Sheesh. Yeah, let's see if we can pop off, man. One more day here. One more day. So if we can get it today, then we're good for a payout tomorrow. Yeah, or today. I don't know. I think it should be good today, but we'll see if we can get that. I'm going to probably risk really low. I'm probably not going to go for a bigger win out of anything today on this account specifically. Probably just get like 200 bucks and, you know, move stops and profit and then let the rest of it run. So just one more day here, so we'll see if we can get it. We'll see if we can get it. How long does it take you to get money from Top Step? Put in withdrawal on October 3rd. You don't withdraw from Top Step though. You mean if you put in a payout on October 3rd, you should definitely have it by now. Yeah, usually like maybe 5 days max. Yeah, max. I would hit them up, email them. What a move on gold. Wow. I'll be honest, I was not expecting that move down. That's crazy. Crazy. Was not expecting that. So let's see if we can create support here, and if we can, we can move back up. I think we can do it. What was my stops? My stops were like sitting somewhere right here. Yeah, right below the lows there. Yep. Boom. Yo, what up, Lights Fire? Good morning, bro. Good morning. Been hitting them up and it's saying 10 days. Oh, wow, that's weird. That's weird. Yeah, no, I'm not too sure. That's never really happened to me. Usually I submit my payout and then, yeah, they send me an email, they confirm it, and then 2 days later they send me another email saying it was approved, and then like 3 days later or 2 days later it's in my bank. What contract size do I usually use? I have a bunch of different accounts, so if I'm using like a 50K account, I'll use like 1, 2, or 3 contracts. If I'm using one of my 100K like XFAs, I'll do more like 3, 6, like 3, 6, 7, you know, for like contract sizes. If I'm in my live account, then I'll do anywhere from like, you know, 5 to 10. Yeah, let's see if we can get a support here. If we can get that support, this actually doesn't look too bad. It's 8:30 now, so let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we'll wait on the 15 close here in 12 minutes. Would you wait for a 30-minute support or the 15? I think I'll be cool with the 15. Yeah, as long as the candle closes nicely, then I'll be good with the 15-minute. The TT promo code is a go. Okay, cool. Yeah, 55% off all top 1 futures instant funded accounts and all that. 55%. That's pretty dang good. Pretty good. Tell me the difference between XAU USD and GC. I have no idea. I'll be honest. That's probably a question for Google. All I could probably say it in like the simple terms that XAU USD is trading like Forex and all that, and GC is just the futures symbol for it. Yeah, they have a little different pricing, but nothing too crazy. I had a problem with my payout. I missed the email. Make sure. Okay, there you go. Maybe you have to update your KYC. Maybe there's some information that they need from you. So just check that out. I almost want to take a buy here on the break of the highs, right? But I think we can move up. But I'm going to wait on the 15 here. Hopefully we don't break the highs and get rolling. But yeah, we might. But it's okay. We wait for support and then we'll take it from there. See if we can come back up into these highs and then maybe even break the highs at some point later. You got massive ranges here today. Massive ranges. Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, there you go. GC is regulated. And XAU is the price you based off of your broker. Yeah, okay. That's probably that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so that's why all different XAU charts are different. Some 4-hour closes at 10, some close at 9. So when you're trading in that Forex market, it's unregulated, right? So brokers have their own liquidity and all that stuff. So Goldie. All right, let's hang out 9 minutes here. Like I said, we might move here. We might move. It wouldn't surprise me. But just the stops aren't the greatest here, right? 100 pips, 111. Still 45 for you? That's weird. That's weird. Do you like 100K instant more than 50K? So probably for like my skill level, but I'd say like in terms of any like intermediate or like more than a beginner, like someone who's like medium, right? I think the 50Ks are great because they're easy targets. You know, they're good targets. They're like clean payouts. You don't have to do too much, and I think it's a little bit easier to wrap your head around those 50Ks. All right. Yo, Nikola Tesla in the building. There he is. There he is. How we feeling, brother? How we feeling? Yeah, we'll see if we can get crypto involved in the new website or whatever. Yeah. What is strategy? That's gonna take a lot longer than just one sentence, you know. So that's got to be seeked out, observed. Check out like the playbook videos. Check out some of the YouTube. You know, come here for a couple days. You'll start to catch on to it. Yeah, we're looking to add more payment options, so maybe we get crypto on there. Crypto. I'll be honest, I don't want your crypto. I really don't. Quick question. Would you want to see a closure above 02? I'm sorry, 04 if it plans to support at 95 with volume? Let me see. 02, probably talking about this area here. Not really, brother. Not today. Not today. Because look, you know, we can get so caught up here today and we could use this one, or we could use this one, or we could use this one, right? Or we could use this one, right? Or we could use this one. And the next thing you know, we're like, we can't take a trade, right? And all at the same time, we know gold's so bullish and it just goes like that, right? So I'm probably not going to let any of that really scare me out of any trades, or you know, get me to kind of run into that over analysis paralysis today. I think if we get a strong closure here, we should be good to move up. 4 hour rebroke its low, right? So 4 hour candles, right? 4 hour candle had a low, rebroke the low, and now potentially coming back up. So I like when that happens. So as long as we close like decently strong bullish here, I think the buys are going to work well. Yeah, I'm more so going to pay attention to those areas maybe for like some management, but not to keep me out of it. All right. So like maybe I'll look at 02, or maybe I'll look at 04 or whatever it is and say, hey, I'll close partials there, or, you know, go break even today. Yeah. Otherwise, man, that like all of a sudden now you can't even get in a trade, right? It's like you can literally pick any one. So today, I think I'm more so just flowing with price action. And I think if after this big move down, we could see a pop back up here somewhere. Muslim man in the building. Good question, though. Good question. Because it gets very tricky when you have all these little ranges like that. You know, it's very tough to say, hey, which one do we play? Right? Which one do we pay attention to? Do we pay attention to this or this or this? Or right? So yeah, it can get confusing. So what I would say is try and block out all that noise here in terms of looking at this setup, and just kind of look at it like this. Right? So in this case, right, we would probably want to, if we were looking at this trade here, we may want to, right, if we can enter somewhere down here, right, if this candle can close, like plant a nice support, we can go break even at the wick fill, we can close partials at that area, and then let the rest of it run, right? If we have to enter here, then we can most likely, you know, close partials somewhere up here more, right around those wicks, and then just let the rest of it run up here. So it just depends on our closure and how we're going to go about it. But yeah, it's a great question. I'm sure a lot of people do get caught up in that. I got caught up in that a lot, especially as a newer trader to this style. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think we're good. As long as we get a lower wick here, we should move up. I'm sorry, excuse me, I kind of burped. Did you guys hear that? Which broker do I use? I use Toro Markets for Forex and Tradeovate for futures. Do you offer a lifetime membership in the clubhouse? Yeah, message us at info@timetoeattrading.com and we'll give you the special. The special price is the price increase is coming up here in November too, so probably like 3 weeks from now, and we're gonna increase the price of the clubhouse. So there's a lot of money being made there. There's a lot of winning happening, and literally like people are getting rich in the clubhouse. So I think it's time. You know, the clubhouse members have said, Nick, you gotta raise the price. They came to me like Trump. They said, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. It's the best. It's the best. There's nothing better. So yeah, you gotta talk to the clubhouse members about that. Rich in the pocket, rich in the mind, brother. Existing members pay more. Never, brother. Never. Existing, that's what I'm saying. Get in now before it goes up. That way you can get grandfathered in. You know, as long as you have that same membership, you'll never pay more. Like, I got people right now still paying 111. Those are the real ones right there. They're the real ones. Yeah, I got people still paying 111. Imagine literally getting the clubhouse for like $1,200 for the year. Like, we're literally making that in one trade. That's crazy. Do you use the added option for anytime payout? I don't, but that, you know, you can use it. Yeah, you could use it. What was my stop loss in the trade? Which one, brother? This one here? It was below the lows here. Right below the lows. They pay $1K a month. Yeah. Oh, that might be the new. Hey, that might be the new price. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. You guys don't know the new price. AB Mike in the house. Yeah, the 111s are the OGs. OGs for real. Yeah, I mean, realistically, like the clubhouse could realistically go for, like, if I want to start a legit firm here out of this, probably like $1,000 a month to get a seat. Easy because it's crazy the amount of money that we make in here. Yeah, so if I had like a firm and I was doing it all that way, yeah, to rent a desk or something like that, it'd probably be like at least $1,000. Easily shakes. See, the clubhouse members agree. The only ones that don't agree are the ones that aren't in. Oh, snap. You got to peek behind the curtain over here, man. Green, shout out to Green, man. Yeah, maybe we'll get some crypto popping. Maybe we'll get some crypto. Yeah, you know, I actually went down. It was called the Trade Club down in Naples, and I went down and I visited these guys, and they had a whole entire, like, basically like a hedge fund almost down there, where you can go down there, you can rent the desk, you can trade with these guys, and they were, you know, experienced traders. And I have some pictures from that day. It was pretty cool, man. Like, it definitely, like, built a dream in me, like a little bit of a vision here to maybe one day do that. But now with, like, the internet and all that, it's so clean, you don't even need to set up shop in a physical location. All right, cool. So we got a closure here. So let's see how we do. I would love to see a little wick on this candle. If we can create like a nice wick here, right? And then re-break the highs, I think that'll be great. So let's see if we can come up, make that wick, like flip up here real quick, come back down a little bit, and then we'll have a buy stop on the break of the highs there. Let me just try and get this set up on some other accounts. There's our little flip. So if we can come down and just lightly re-break the low or something, that'd be great. All right, I'm gonna have a buy stop here. Yeah, most likely gonna keep current candle stops. There's really no other stops that we can use, so current candle stops. We're gonna look to go break even at the wick fill, right? Or at least I am, and then probably partials up towards like 08 there. Yeah, perfect. Let's do it. Can we get a move up from here? Can we get it? PM Magnifico in the house. What's up, bro? What's up, Rafi? Rafi's here. How are you?
Good morning, my brother. How you doing?
What's good?
How you feeling?
What's good? Great, brother. You?
Oh, man. Blessed. I got something here for the Quakers, but I'm going to say it later. How we doing, chat? How we doing, YouTube?
How you doing? I got something for the Quakers. How you doing? No, it's that. Yo, I tell you, we're going to see him, right? Live?
Yeah, this weekend, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Next
That's
weekend.
good, man.
I think next
Oh,
weekend.
next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend.
So it's like a stand-up comedy.
Yeah, stand up. Yep.
It's gonna be fun.
Yep. All right, let's see what happens here. If we can move up, great. If not, what we can also anticipate is a 30-minute onion, right? And then a 15-minute support celery here as well. So, but right now I got a buy stop. We got 12 minutes on the candle, currently coming down to make a lower wick, and we'll see if we can make our way up towards, this wick fill, and then continue moving bullish. Continue moving bullish. Did you snag that trade we took in Asian last night?
Nah.
No, it's quick
No,
fade.
I didn't take it. Yeah. It just sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And yesterday I was like, no, I'm just gonna see you guys do it, and that's it. But I did take that loss this morning.
Yeah, that's fine. I like that trade, honestly. I'm shocked we didn't move up there.
Yeah. I mean, there's,
Looks
that's
so
the
good.
thing. It's just like whenever you take it, you need to know that it's more likely gonna be,
You could lose.
something that you can't control. Yeah, exactly. So I would take that again.
Definitely.
But it's just like everything. It's like you hit the ball in the face and somebody caught it. You made everything right, but you didn't get the results that you were looking for.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's like, okay, so if you're quaking about this, I'm gonna say some. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think it looked perfect right here, because at that point you didn't have a zone there, right? So look at that. You have candle left leaves a wick, clean range. Gold is extremely bullish, right? And then you got, once that next candle makes a low, right? Now you set a buy stop on the break of that high, right? You keep stops below the low, and then your TP's right up there. I mean, that's partials here, right? And then TP up here. Like that's a playbook setup right there. And then sometimes what's gonna happen is, you're gonna get nipped in and you're gonna get stopped out, and that's probability, right? So.
This, then get poked and then fly. Like this thing just flew through it. So
Gone.
you're wrong, and that's okay.
Yep. Yeah, I thought it was a good trade. Yeah, I would take that over and over. Over and over again. Still having trouble navigating through the live streams? Are you talking about in the clubhouse? Or just in YouTube? Alright, that's a good lower wick. Now I can really get that like current candle stop. It is much better now, right? Before it was like right here. So now at least we got to pop down. So if we break the highs now, should be good. Unless gold just wants to melt today. And I'll be honest, I would honestly love to see that. It's just hasn't been the case here, man. Hasn't been the case. Just when you think gold's ready to go down, just right back up we go. Took that trade too, blew my account. Damn. So when you say blew your account, were you like just like a couple dollars away from blowing it, or like, because you really should never blow your account on one trade, right? But I mean, I get the whole like prop firm thing, like, it's kind of stupid, right? Like if you're down X amount, but like you guys shouldn't be blowing your accounts on one trade, right?
Dude. Yeah, you're probably risking like 3% or something.
Yeah, 3%. Yeah, you would have to risk 3. But I get it.
Like,
I get it. Like with the prop firms where you could blow your account very easily. Like I understand that, but like not a live account, or not like a brand new account. You shouldn't really be blowing on one trade or anything. 150 away from blowing. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So basically, you lost 150. Yeah. You remember, the prop firm game is a totally different game, man. It's crazy. Yeah. 2 different worlds, man. 2 different worlds, like live accounts versus prop firm accounts. It's crazy. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get activated. Okay, cool. So I'm in here. Stops are going to be kept below the low here, below the current candle low. TP going to be at the, or partial is going to be at the wick fill here. Boom. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. We let the rest of it run. Partials at the wick fill and then let the rest run. Partials and BE. All right, we've officially secured a payout here with top one or top step futures. And let's see if we can fill this wick here. Boom. So we're good. Payout. Payout time.
Let's go.
All right, let's see if we can get our wick fill here. And then we can go break even. I'm going to close partials at the wick fill, actually, not the full. Where is it? Limit. Hold on. Yeah, partials. Okay, partials has been hit, and break even will be also done as well. Boom, and now we let it run, my friends. Great trade.
Lovely.
Boom, boom. Yeah, I say TP way up, way up. I can only make 600 though, so I think we got another like what, 400? Yeah, stops and move to break even, and that's that. 28 pips. We should go here. We should go. Win or lose, we're still 8-figure traders. Exactly. There you go. There you go. All right, congratulations. We'll see if we can get it to run now. As long as we break through the wick here, we are golden. Golden. We should move up. We should at least get up to like 07 and then make our way up towards 14, which would be awesome.
James in the house. Talk to me, James.
Johnny Jemski. Hold on, let me pop him up here. There he is. How are you, Johnny? Johnny.
Yo, what's poppin'?
What up, G?
Are you feeling, my brother?
What's up? I'm feeling amazing, bro. Blessed and highly favored. Grateful to be alive today. Let's go.
Let's get it.
How you guys feeling?
Excellent, brother.
Bless,
excellent.
Man. We're here. Another day, bro. We're here.
We here, bro. We're here right now, man. So hell yeah.
We're here.
Grateful for it.
Yo, we're here. We're here. We're in this
place.
place.
To trade the markets, man. We get to catch these pips. It's such a blessing for real.
Facts. Yeah, let's see if we can keep moving now. Let's see if we can keep moving.
W trade here.
Yeah, very
Shout
nice.
out to Trade and Edge for taking care of the outcomes for us, so we don't have to take care of that ourselves.
True, true.
Yeah, how you guys feeling?
Oh, great, brother.
Good, man.
Awesome.
Feel good.
Yeah, doing very good. Very good. Snagging profits, bagging pips.
Very, very good.
Doing my thing.
Yes, sir. Beautiful.
We're here. Chat? We're here, fulfilling John chapter 14, brother.
Lovely.
Hey.
Beautiful trade here, man.
Yeah, perfect. Onion
profits.
play. Yeah, onion play. Yep. We know we want to take some at the wick fill, right? Obviously, and then we want to see if the volume can keep us pushing up. I think we can keep moving. I think we can keep moving up here. Recovered some pre-NY's loss. Yeah, simple. That's how simple it could be.
Yep.
You got your loss back,
I got my
John?
loss back as well.
Let's get it.
No sweat. We don't focus on outcomes. The system takes care of that for us. Anyone here is focused on their outcome right now, I'm telling you guys, you're doing the wrong thing. You need to focus on just following that system and just let the outcomes take care of themselves.
We let the system do the talking.
And W trade in pre-New York as well. Beautiful trade. Take that all day.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was clean. Very nice.
I understand maybe stay out because stops are a little big, but market structure-wise, everything's money there.
Yeah. Yeah, we're lit. We secured the payout here. So I needed 150. I got 273 here on 2 accounts. So we're golden. So tomorrow we take another payout on Top Step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're good to go. I told you I was coming for vengeance on Top Step. Did I not? Yeah.
Let's go, Nick W.
Yep. So 3 weeks in a row now, we're gonna milk the cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 payouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do a little milking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do some milking. Obviously, I was a little angry this week. I was a little angry, not gonna lie. That's why you see the bigger wins. Bigger wins, 1,000 plus. I wanted it. And whatever I want, I get. All right, Goldie, let's go here. Let's go. Keep it moving. Let's see. Stats on the Ignite count. I'm not too sure. I have instant fundeds. Yeah. Come on, Goldie. Can we pump? We're coming up to a closure here, gang, and I am going to close this live account. It's up $7,400. So we're gonna take that. We're gonna take it. Can we get 8? Let's see, 75. Yeah, let's take 7,500 even. 7,600. Boom. We'll take that.
Let's go, bro.
We'll take that.
Savage.
If this closed with no wick, I'll take all. Actually, I think I'm good. Oh my God, I'm way past the rule. All right, I'm out. $900.
There you go, bro.
Let's go. W's in the chat. If you took that trade, congratulations. 100 pips. 100 pips on my other entry. This one we got 67 pips. Good work. Sniper exit. Can we get the sniper exit? All right, congratulations. W.
Nice, bro. W.
I guess I go over my consistency, whatever.
So, like, that's the thing, like, for, I don't want to say exactly, names or anything, but, if you are new and you feel a little emotionally taken by the loss this morning, you need to study the playbook, okay? And you need to go through some of the webinars that will show you how to manage yourself in situations like this, because losses are going to come in. This could have been another loss, right? And because we saw the setup and we saw what we have been preaching and part of the playbook, we just execute, right?
Incoming
so you
mail.
gotta treat this business as in, you see the target, you fire, right? You see the target, you fire. And that's what the setup is gonna see. You're gonna see the setup and you have to execute. There's no thinking, there's no hesitating. And if you hesitate, and if you are really doubting, you're doubting the system and you're doubting yourself, right? So it is important for you to truly understand what we're looking for. So whenever you go in there, you just accept the outcome already, because you already know that the setup is in there and the playbook is in there. So whenever you start actually having faith in the system, when you start believing in the system, leave it up to the system. Don't get in your own ways. Don't get into overthinking. Don't be blaming anybody. You just see it, you execute, and that's it. Simple.
Facts, bro. Yeah, last thing you want to do is get upset or emotional after a loss, right? Because then you start trading your emotions that want the money. So now you start chasing trades with your emotions and you just completely detach from the system. And guess what? Then you take even more losses and then you miss out on opportunities like this that the system would have given you, So it just, it's a recipe for disaster, really, just like trading no system at all, honestly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Know what you're looking at. Yeah, know what you're looking at. Understand. I am pretty sure, Johnny, what was it, like last week or the previous week? I'm gonna share something that I share with my athletes. It's like the 3 secrets of the champion. You gotta have awareness. You gotta have a complete understanding, and that's how you let go. You gotta have awareness of what you're looking at, and you gotta have awareness of what is happening. right? Whenever you see that level of awareness, that you have a complete understanding of the situation. Whenever you have understanding, it's a lot for you. It's a lot easier for you to let go. If you don't know what's going on and you don't know why we're taking this, and if you don't know, hi, what's it, Lele?
Kingman.
Oh, Kingman, what's going on? Anyway, just have the awareness, have the understanding. What's going on, champ? Future 8-figure trader right there.
Facts, bro. No, it's facts though, Rafi. What you're saying, bro, for real.
Yeah, the quaking is because you don't understand, simply. You know, because if you understand, you accept it, you let it go. It's just as simple as that. 3 things. That's it.
And you said awareness, and what were the other two?
Awareness, understanding, letting go.
Boom.
You become aware.
Exactly so.
You understand, right? It's a lot easier for you to let go rather than getting attached to curiousness or doubt or any negative emotion. You just understand, you know?
Right. Like the loss today, this morning, right? Could have easily have revenge traded, but I was aware that we could take losses. I'm aware that our trade system has an edge. I understand our trade system has an edge. I understand we're going to take losses. So I let it all go, literally. And then I just let the system do its thing.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you know, it's like, well, what I learned this morning, and I'm gonna share, like, okay, so we had that, right? And I've seen this. I was actually after I took that loss, I was looking at here, all previous losses that I had. If the salary doesn't play out right there, I need to let it go, because the times that I've taken losses, it's been similar moves like this. The salary didn't play right there, and I was waiting for a second, third candle. It's happened similar. So now for me, it's like, that's going to be something that I'm going to start putting into practice. The salary doesn't play out right in that next candle, I'm going to let it go, you know, because I've taken a lot of losses like that. So I'm going to see if that's the case. So that's my awareness. Now I understand that that's what I need to do next time. It's a lot easier. You know, you just got to find things that are systemized in your thinking process. That's what's going to, you know, make everything easy for you, and it's going to help you to detach these emotions that you have.
Facts.
Ding, ding, ding.
Gems.
And if that doesn't make sense to you yet, then you're just not at the level of comprehension. And there's nothing wrong with that, but speed up, speed up.
You gotta get there, bro.
That's what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. He said, how, Nick? I don't know. What an exit. Congrats, guys. If you took that trade, congratulations. We'll run through the trade here in just a moment. But those are all facts, you know what I mean? And it's fun to talk about that after the fact that you just get the loss right back. Right? So like, again, that's how easy it is. When you truly execute on the playbook, you don't stay red sometimes for more than an hour, more than a half hour, right? Because the next playbook setup is right around the corner. But, you know, again, if you're emotional during that time, which I've been there, trust me, like, you either take a dumb trade that doesn't make sense immediately after and make it worse, or you get fear and you hold off and another beautiful trade shows up and you're like, I'm scared, right? So it's like, you just got to get used to the probabilities, and the only way to get used to them is by collecting the data, getting the reps in, getting stopped out, hitting TP, seeing how things unfold, right? The winners and the losers should be basically identical, right? So the same trade you lose on should look like a winning trade, right? And as long as that's the case, in which it was here, and, you know, pretty much all of our losses, right? Then we can say, okay, you know, that loss is a part of probability, and I can move on without having to be emotional or anything like that. So, you know, I get it. The emotions are there. This is hard business. It's not easy. But again, it's not. Who else makes $8,000 in a day? $10,000. I'm up 10 grand almost here today, right? Who else? Where else can you do that at? So you got to be willing to handle the pressure. You got to be willing to make the adjustments and, you know, walk into this new venture, this new opportunity that's in front of you. You know, it's not like your 9 to 5. It's not like anything you know before. So you got to get, you know, acquainted with it. But that's that. Yeah, that's that. Simple. Simple stuff. It ain't easy, baby. It ain't easy, but think about it. It ain't easy to make $10,000 in a day at any job either, or in a month for that matter, right? In a month for that matter. So what you can do here is, world changing stuff, right? But these are the things that you gotta learn. These are things that you gotta get used to. Not easy, but worth it.
Just think about it. You're paying for a service that you're not using, because the law should have been something for you to learn, something for you to get refine your
paid for
possible
data. Is that what you said on the webinar?
Exactly.
You're paying for data. I love that.
Yeah. So it's like these laws should teach you probably something about the entry, maybe your stop loss, maybe some little detail that you missed out, maybe a pattern that you can catch on and get better.
That was a breakout, or that was a inverse. You know what I mean? Like, it should be, when you're reviewing those trades and going over those trades, it should line up with the playbook. As long as your loss lines up with the playbook, then you're not doing anything wrong. You just ran into a loss. Made some of my loss back there. Grateful. All right, Lucas, are we fixed now? It was hurting me, bro. You saying that you were broke, man. We're broke in. That was hurting me. This one was for you, bro. For real. This one was for you, man. You see how you really weren't broken? You weren't broken. Your account wasn't broken. You were just a little emotional in the moment. That's all. And that's how it is for most of us. We get you, and that's not just in trading, by the way. Man, that's in everything in life. Everything in life. If you can learn to calm yourself and compose yourself, you will run by all the competition. Changing my thinking in terms of saying getting wins to losses, just seeing it as a trade. There you go. Yeah, there you go. All good. No worries. If you didn't take the trade, that was also a 15-minute trade, right at 8:45. So those are also good, at times going to be a little bit more risky, but I mean, we had to. That's the thing about me, is like, it does not matter if the playbook setup's there. Then I just have to execute, and I'll just deal with the end result, right? I'll deal with the outcome, or I won't even deal with it. The playbook will just deal with it. I'll just do the same thing over and over and over again, and the results will work themselves out. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is put my foot on the gas when the light turns green. That's it. Really, bro. That's it. Still in the trade? I'm being tortured. Yo, I hope this blasts off for you. Yeah, you got 4 minutes here on a 15 closure, so we'll see. You got 9:15 coming up. It looks primed up and ready to go. So I still think you're in a good trade here. Record all your trades. Yep, that's the best thing. Yep, that's true. Build those foundations. Nice job, Danny. Nice job. Yep, exactly, Project Toro. Yep. He says that's why we must rewire, right? You have thought and processed the same emotions for decades, and now we just have to change everything. Yeah, you have to begin to change it slowly. Can you do it in 6 months? Yeah, you can get going for sure. I mean, look, gang, this stuff takes a lifetime, right? There's no like you got it, you know what I mean? Even the wisest mystical monks out there don't think that they know anything yet, you know what I mean? So it takes a lifetime to understand this stuff, and maybe even in a lifetime we can't understand it, right? But in 6 months you can certainly hit the ground running. And be on a really good track. Yeah, we're gone, baby. We're gone. Yeah, we'll see. We should be good. My full TP for me was like 14, but you can move all the way up into new highs today. But that was a phenomenal trade. You know, all we need is a piece, right? We don't need the whole shabam here. So
Exactly.
Need the whole cake.
the whole
Need a piece.
cake.
Need a slide.
It's a slice, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 looked good. Whether you took it off the 30 or the 15, everything looked good here. Yeah, everything looked great. So all we were doing up here was really just grabbing liquidity, right? So there's a bunch of attempts up here, right? And it was just liquidity pretty much. But it was really no way to spot that liquidity, to be honest. Like, you already had a deep grab here. You already created support. You came down again and broke the lows. I like this trade right here. I like, if you took that celery play, that looks good. But, you know, today we're, you know, going to be the liquidity there. So that's okay. It is what it is. Like I said earlier, it's what are you going to do? Cry about it and go back to your 9-to-5 job? I don't like trading. Okay.
Right.
And right, like what else do you have the option to do? You know what I mean? So, you know, that was,
You can't be thinking how everybody else think. You need to rewire how you think about, you know, the market. So it takes time, you know, and the best way for you to do that, start doing it, is by having that awareness and the understanding of it. That's it.
yes, sir. Who's got good questions? Bags are popping right now. My pockets are bulging. Yeah, we had a good day here, man. 900 on 2 accounts here. We qualified for our top 10K top step payout. I think I got to take a little less than 10K. And my goodness, that was the biggest trade I closed on my live account. $7,500, $7,600 today. Sheesh.
Freaking go, W, bro.
Yeah. Who's got questions? You're in front of a $10,000 a day type of guy. Anyone got any questions? Not too often you get yourself in front of a guy making 10 grand a day. So if you got some questions, I'd ask him. I just looked for the buy on the flip of the current 15, made the rest. Okay, cool. Awesome. Hey, as long as it's playbook setup, man, which it was, you're good to go. You're good to go. Let's get it. Let's see. Don't ask me stupid questions either. You can ask Google, man. What's my favorite color? Alright, you can't ask Google that. My favorite color is green, baby. Either green or blue. I've always like debated which one was my favorite color between green and blue. So green and blue, I would say. I definitely don't like red. I knew when I was a kid I didn't really like red that much. No wonder why. Red days, red trades, red P&L. I don't like that stuff. I don't like that stuff, you know? I even told my wife, there's no more red day here. Because every day we do a little color theme or some type of theme. I said, no more red days, babe. Like, you got to check with me. Like, if we had a red day at the desk, then we could do the red day thing. But you ain't gonna bring no red day. If we're on a heater, there ain't no red days going on at the crib at all until we, take a little loss. Which playbook was this? This was a very simple onion play. So if we go over to YouTube and we go check out the playbook, we're gonna spot this one right there. Let's take a look. The videos. Let's go to the playbook. Boom. Let's go to the playbook. Let's mute me, and then let's take a look here. Which one does it look like? We have the breakout, right? We have the onion, right? We have the celery, and we have the fade. Which one does it look like? Who asked me that question? Drizzy, which one does it look like, brother? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Where's my man? Green profit on funded, blue profit on MT5. That's true. I knew I liked those colors, man, even when I was a kid. Okay, I'm not too sure where Drizzy went, but which one does it look like here? Right? I would say not number 1. It's like the show my kids watch. It's not number 2. It's not 4. Is it 3? No. That's right. It's 2. Good job, God. Yo, I'm done, man. Parenthood, bro. Parenthood. So basically it was 2. It was the onion. And if we look at that, right, just look at the setup here. You have a move up, a push down. This bullish candle confirms that we have a brand new support. This next candle gives us a lower wick, which respects the previous low. And then you could either enter on the break of the current high or the previous high. So in this example, I have it drawn up on the previous, but in today's case, the current was just fine. All right. If you don't know why the current was fine, then I would go back, just watch when the candle opened and listen to my explanation. All right. We talked about, okay, we make a lower wick, we flip up, we make a small high, right? We come back down, right? And then if we can re-break the high, that's where we're going to enter, because I never like getting in on the flip alone, because the flip doesn't mean anything, right? Candle can flip bullish, flip bearish, flip bullish. It doesn't really mean much until it breaks a high. So in this case, right, we decided to take the entry off the current candle high and look for the previous candle wick fill, right? So you had the wick fill here, which is this candle here, the one that created support right here, right? You had that candle. Let me draw it a little bit more accurate. Closed above support. You had a decent exhaustion wick to the downside as well, right? Broke the lows of the previous candle. I would love for you to pay attention to that, the break of that low there, and then closing bullish. And then the next one, this wick's a little bit bigger, right? And then the next one opened up flat, came down, made the low, came up, made the high, went back down, made the low, and that's when our buy step was set. Boom, break of the highs, wick fill, take some partials, go break even, and then the rest of it run. Yeah, let's explain the trade actually. Let's talk about the trade here, run through a quick little breakdown. So it always begins from the top, right? So daily, obviously bullish. Little concern here today, not gonna lie, with this lower wick here. So, other than that, we're very, very, very bullish for the most part here, right? So if we drop down to the 4 hour now, our analysis remains bullish. What did we see when we first started the live stream today? What did we see? What were we paying attention to? The 4 hour broke its own low, right? So the 4 hour had moved. So 4 hour had made a low, it moved up, and then it came down and broke its own low, right? But it never continued down. It just kind of broke the low, came down, made a steeper lower wick, and that's when I was saying, hey, if we break the 4 hour low and then create a support, we're going to fill this range, right? There's almost no doubt about it. So we come down, we drop down to the 1 hour, right? You have this candle here closing below. We got a lot of rejection. We really didn't look too much into the 1 hour candles here. It was really based off the 30 and the 15, right? So as this 30-minute came down, we broke the low. Again, I really want to emphasize the fact that we broke the low, right? What does that do? That's going to grab liquidity. That's going to activate sellers who are FOMOing, right? After missing that move. Where do you think they're getting in? Right on the break of those lows. They're going to be smart about it though, right? And get in on the break of the low. So they get in, that activates them. And if they're in here, then where are their stop losses? Where's the stops, right? By the way, we already know the liquidity was grabbed up here from earlier, and now we got liquidity down here, right? So where are their stops? Somewhere along this area, right? Somewhere in here. This is going to be way too high, 200. So their stops are somewhere in that zone, and that's where we come in and we take all these profits pretty swiftly too, because those stop orders are getting hit like millions and millions of dollars, right? So the sellers are in from there. We know that we got a 15 closure coming up, and again, not really trying to pay attention to somebody asked a question about this and this and this and this and this, right? Just really trying to understand what's in front of us right there. So blocking out all the noise to the left and just using those areas as management, right? Because if we look at that, that's golden to come up and retest the top of the zone there. By the way, look where we tapped. That was full TP right there. That literally this decimal right here. So we tapped that area, we filled that range. All we did was we executed off of this onion play, right? So we waited for this candle to close. We closed strong bullish. We anticipated the 4 hour candle moving back up, daily remaining bullish, and us beginning to fill that range. So I think it worked out perfect. Partials were here, full TP was right here, and then yeah, the rest of it kind of ran up to what we had imagined. So yeah, great trade. Any questions? Anyone got questions on this? There's a lot that goes into this a little bit here. So if you have any questions on it, let's chat. And now we got 9:30 approaching. Holy. 20% consistency rule. It's basically like if you're working with a prop firm and let's say like you can only make 20% of your like overall profit. So on a 50K account, if you want to take a payout at like 3K, then you have to stay below 600 a day. But you don't have to follow that consistency rule. You just got to work it out, before you get your payout. Let me make John co-host here. Does the clubhouse have a course in it? Yes. Yeah, clubhouse. Once you join the clubhouse, it's not just live streams. It's a community and an atmosphere that is honestly going to take you to the next level alone. And then we got a whole bunch of webinars, probably about 100 hours plus of webinars. And then there's a full course in there as well. And the playbook 3.0. Do I trade the 4 hour candle or the daily? Both of them. But I know that the 4 hour candle is going to be a little bit more accurate to my current session. So the way I do it is because I trade Asian and then sometimes London and pre-New York and New York, I flow with the 4 hour candles. So whatever the 4 hour bias is, that will be my bias for that session, right? So like what I mean by that is like, let's say you have a bearish daily closure, right? And your daily candle just opens up, but you're pretty much in the beginning of the day, right? So the daily candle opens, but what you're looking at is you're looking at a bearish daily, but then you got to identify what is this wick, right? And a lot of times what that wick is on the 4 hour, it's going to be like, a candle that moved up, right? Maybe something like that even closed above the range. And if you're anticipating for this daily candle to make a steeper top wick, right, then that would not only make sense on the daily, but would line up perfect on the 4 hour for that next candle to move up, right? And now let's say this happens right on the 4 hour, but then all of a sudden the next one closes like this, right? So you see how the daily and the 4 hour are correlating, because now what's happening is that daily candle has a top wick, right, based off that 4 hour move up. So let's say I come back and we take buys in Asian trying to catch that top wick, and then we come back for London, right? And now in London session, now that the daily candle already has a top wick, and the 4 hour looks like this. So I'm going to be bearish, right? But you see how that's also going to line up with the daily to potentially come back down now, right? So if the daily currently looks like that due to the 4 hour, right, I'm expecting now that this daily candle is going to start coming back down, and that 4 hour candle, right, will start breaking the lows and make its way down. And that'll bring the daily down, and then, you know, probably later on in New York session, right, you'll have an opportunity to catch like the continued move, right? So if the 4 hour does that, right, maybe you catch that continued move down on the 4 hour in the New York session. So I correlate them, you know, I line them both up, I use them both. There's going to be times where like you're 4 hours in a targeted tapped area, but you're going to notice, hey, that's a perfect area for the daily top wick. And so it takes time, it takes, you know, repetition to show up every day and just move through the time frames, you know, and watch them. So it's something that you learn definitely over chart time. Wait, today's outro, woke up this morning. All right. We got song request now. Let's go. Let's get it. I'm honestly, I'm just convinced that money is not real. It's not. It's literally not real anymore. Like, I was prepping steaks yesterday, and I went in the office real quick, and I seen a move on gold, and I took a sell. I sent it in Discord, and I made $850. And I walk out, like, on my live account to, like, continue making the steaks, and I told Anna, I'm like, honey, like, I'm convinced, like, this ain't real. Money is not real. Like, I just made $850. She's like, what? Like, you just walked in the room and came back. I'm like, exactly. It's not real. It's not at this point. So it's like, how did I used to take a whole week of waking up, going to work, coming home, repeating those 24-hour cycles, and barely even making $800, and now boom, you know, you could do it in a matter of minutes. So it's like, you really got to understand the potential that you have your hands on here. You know, I'll be honest, when I worked a job, I never ever once had a job that paid me $7,500 a month, and you guys see me make that in 14 minutes today, right? So the opportunity for you to change your life is here. It's just, will you take advantage of it, right? The money's out there. It's just, how bad do you want it?
Facts.
Do you need to be a believer in God to join the clubhouse? No. Can I start from 100 USD to join the clubhouse? Yes. I'm new to the clubhouse, but getting cleaner every time we trade. Got to figure out. Yeah, so if you're in the clubhouse and you can't figure out the stream, either number one, if you email us at info@timedtrading.com, we'll get it taken care of for you as soon as humanly possible. If not, then what you may not be seeing here is, let me just show you on Discord side, one sec. You may not be seeing, oh, let me take that off. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Like anything over here. So come down, you're going to see Clubhouse, and then you'll see all the streams here. So all the Zoom links are thrown in right here. You'll have like breakdowns that I post pretty much every Asian session, the Clubhouse chat, and all that stuff. I can't click the Zoom link because then we'll probably have like 500 people on Zoom in a matter of 5 seconds. But yeah, all the webinars, and then go to the website if you want to watch the courses and the webinars and all that. What's this? I got the homies sending me yeah, so these are the messages I literally get every day. You know, it's a blessing. It really encourages me to continue to just show up, you know what I mean? And people are getting it. You know, everyone's starting to really understand this, and it's a beautiful thing to get these messages like every single day. And I know people are catching on, and that's what we're here to do. How's the air up there? Pretty good, man. Pretty good. All right, 9:30 is here. 9:30 is here, so there's no trade for me. Yeah, we're mid-range here. Price can go up or down right now, so that's going to be a little tough. Glad we got in at 9 or 8:45. Elite program, that's just one-on-one coaching with me for a year. But we didn't open up the elite program this month. We're currently just working with our current people, and yeah, but it's one-on-one. It's a year mentorship. We meet bi-weekly or once a month, and we go over your traits. We go over your questions, comments, concerns, everything, anything you need. So, you know, as long as you're a good student, you ask good questions, and you apply what I teach you, you'll no doubt be successful. We've done it with tens and tens of people now at this point. So yeah, actually some of our guys are actually getting pretty rich, not gonna lie. They're actually balling now, and that's great to see. Yeah, what's the ideal amount of capital in the joining the clubhouse? I don't think there really is. I would just start off, it depends, you know, are you a new trader? Are you new to this system? If you're new, then I would get the cheapest cost effective like prop firm account, like a 25k account, and let's just get to work. Show up every day, start learning, start catching on to it just like the other members are, and you know, eventually within a week or two, like I have a buddy, shout out to my boy Rob, because he came into trading completely brand new. Literally hit me up, I don't even know, Rob might be working right, I'm not sure where Rob is, if he's here or not, but he just hit me up. He's like, yo bro, he goes, my brother-in-law brings his phone over to me and he goes, yo, there's this guy, he trades on YouTube, you got to check him out. And Rob goes, dude, I grew up with that guy. And, you know, Rob calls me and he goes, hey, you know, I want to get involved. And he wasn't like I'm very happy that he wasn't like so, you know, how do I do this? How do I do that? What do I do here? He just literally was like, I'm going to get in the clubhouse and just follow directions. And he did that. And so this is a guy that's brand new to trading, never traded before. And he just qualified for his first payout last night. So, I mean, come on, you know what I mean? Like, if you're serious about this, we're providing more than enough knowledge, wisdom, understanding, technical, like, teachings and educations for you to take it to the next level. Like, there's not much more we can do, but we're going to continue to see, you know, how far we can go and how much we can actually put out there for you guys. Let's see. And if that doesn't motivate you, man, I don't know, like, if that doesn't, like, kind of piss you off, especially if you've been like trading for 3 years and you haven't even like gotten results yet, like that should make you mad. Honestly, that if I was in the crowd, that would make me mad, right? I would go look in the mirror and say, what's going on, Nick Stewart? Like, how bad do you really want this? Let's see here. John, my bad. Did I mute you or are you good?
He's muted.
Sorry, bro.
No, you're good.
Wow, came straight to our area here. This is perfect. Look at that. Just activated a 50K. He paid the fee. Let's go. And not like paying that activation fee, man.
Great fee to pay.
Yeah. What we doing, Phil? What we doing? I think I missed something that Phil posted. Yeah, I just see congrats, Phil. Congrats, W. All I know is Phil's winning at the highest levels. Like, for real.
Yes, sir.
When you see the playbook and you have to take it, what about volume and time? Yeah, volume works, you know, so sometimes you can have a playbook position, like let's say you have like even the trade that we just took, right? Let's say like what happened was you got that support and then this next candle, let's say it didn't really activate us. I would just wait, right? Like, so even though the setup's there and let's say we have like a few minutes left here, I would just be like, you know what, maybe I'll just wait and see if this candle can close like celery or anything, and then when more volume comes in, you know, I could take the next trade. So, I mean, I like to take my trades based around volume times. That's why I come here at like 8 a.m., 9:30 and stuff to trade. Same thing in Asian and in London. We're always going to be around those higher volume times. So, if the setup is there and it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, then nah, I wouldn't take it. But, you know, if it's during my trading hours and my business hours, then absolutely. Definitely don't like the activation fee, but then hey, just go get it back, man. Just go get it back. The cool part, hey, the cool part about my top Beep accounts right now is I only have to pay that activation fee once. And I've already taken three payouts now. This will be my third payout on those accounts. Oh, by the way, that's the longest I've ever held a funded account is through 3 payouts. So they better not bug me and send me a stupid email like, "Hi, we've been looking at your trading performance and we are very impressed over here at Top Step and maybe would like to put you on a live account." I'm blowing that account in Asian tonight. I'm like, "Oh yeah, you still think I should be on a live?" Exit Strat, how we feeling, bro? Candle reading 101. Yeah, I'm a little behind. I'm 10 minutes behind on the Clubhouse chat. See Melly. All right, let me scroll up. Sorry, if you guys have a important question in the Clubhouse, just send it in again because I'm gonna miss it. Yo, Project Toro, you're on to me, bro. You're on to me. Whoa, Gary. Okay. Nice job, brother. Gary, congrats, man, on all your success too. Just the very beginning for you, man. Clearly, clearly, Gary has finally he got it, right? Like I don't want to say he got it, but he's got something, right? He's latched on to something that works, and he's clearly just sticking to it now. Hold on. Why we don't wait for the 30 closure? Was that you talking about for the trade earlier? On today's entry, we entered before it broke its own high. Yeah, it's still valid. Yep. Yeah, because this was a nice little wick fill. You know, if you think about it right here, you had a good wick fill. This is a 35 pip wick. So the playbook really states that if the candle looks like this, right, and the next candle looks like that, then it's probably wise to pop on the previous high, right? But if the candle looks like this and you have a wick to fill, right, you don't want to get in on that previous high. You want to get in on that current high and be available to take advantage of that wick fill, right? Does that make sense? So this one you could actually be involved in the trade, right? A 35 pip wick versus let's say a 10 pip wick. You know, sometimes it's just better to take the entry off that previous.
I want to see if it completely fills this and then fails, and then I'll try the next leg. Yeah, because someone's been talking. Here you go. Bissent said there will be a series of meetings on China's restrictions this week. Bissent said, if China wants to be an unreliable partner for the world, we will need to be decouple. Besant. The Treasury Secretary. Okay. So I'm gonna see if it rejects from here and then creates another low that I'd want to join for London low. The fact that ES didn't drop is very sus to me. They make a new low. That's why I'm not really immediately shorting this. Also because this FEG is not in a premium, right, of this leg. So I said if this completely fill this FEG and now it fails, then I'll look to enter and then I can put a reliable stop here. Anything can change with just a tweet or one person saying something. Is that crazy? This world? Things can change on the drop of a dime. But we don't know yet. We have to see if this is confirmation. So far, you do have an SMT at previous daily high, right? I need ES to actually get weaker, though. Like, ES is still above previous daily high and it never even took out 930 low yet. Plus, we gotta see how this 15-minute closes here. Kind of wild. Hello, Tanya, you okay? I'm okay, why? Strange question. Was I able to sleep well after the 4K loss? Yeah. Don't worry about me. Like, the rest of the day is kind of annoying, right? Then it's like, kind of beat yourself up a little bit, but I'm able to go to sleep well. We made it back on Monday, which is good. Oh, look, we're dropping again. I mean, I really want us, yeah, if we break this, looks like there's 1 minute left in this 9:45 candle. I mean, yeah, in this 15-minute candle, right? So if we drop below this, I'll be inverted here. Yeah, we're dropping like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. CES actually break some lows. That'll be good. The sense says Trump is still expecting to meet with the president of China in Korea. Bro, why is ES not breaking down? It's kind of weird to me. We closed below on the 15 there. ES still. We wicked this. ES still. I want to see how this goes here. How's this candle going to close? Oh my gosh, we're just going back and forth so much because this Treasury Secretary is talking so much. Ugh. Wow. Wild and the market's crazy. Someone said, "Why is she not in the shorts with us?" LOL. Because ES doesn't want to break down. I said I wanted to see them take it out some lows, dude. And we did take out this low here on NASDAQ, but like this is not the best FEG to be seen. So now this is an inversion here on the 15 for NASDAQ, right? But ES is not looking like this at all. So we're tapping the inversion on the 15 right now. I mean, let's see if we can make some, maybe this is the SMT. I don't know. Be ready to, Jesus, that drop is crazy. Oh my God. Tariffs are a surcharge, not a tax, says the Treasury Secretary. Whatever that means, bro. No, buckle your seatbelt. It's gonna be a wild day. He is finally breaking some low. There we go. Finally breaking a low there. You have a bearish breaker. Here you have order block, and you have some 30-second inversions in a 30-second inversion in a premium. I'm going to put my limit fill there. I will try to short that if it gets in there. It's only like 10 points away. See if it happens. Okay, I'm in. Just drop to London low, ideally. 868. Don't love that I'm already in drawdown. Would have liked it to be a wick. Whatever. This market's a little wackadoodle. But my stop's at that high. Be nice to drop from here. I mean, this is like the last area. Of course, we're just going back and forth like this. We're back in this 15-minute now inversion again. Let's stop above that, yeah. It's like a point below it, actually, but it's fine. I don't think it should completely do that again. This is crazy. I'm like 2 points before my stop. Oh, all right. Can this guy say something bearish? Yes, I'm in NASDAQ. Mm-mm-mm. Is this guy done talking? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, he's done talking. Go back to the drawing board, like I said. Back at the 15-minute, I'm like, all right, well, this inversion clearly didn't hold, right? And honestly, yeah, I would take that short again. We were starting to break down again on ES. Now I have to see what we're gonna do. We're above previous daily high for ES, not for NASDAQ yet. But it really does feel like that just faked a lot of people out and could continue higher. Here. Okay. There's a wild hourly candle for the NASDAQ. Look at that wick. We're back at where we started. Hmm. Just took out those previous hourly high and pre-market high for NASDAQ. Mm-mm. Like it's just gonna go for that previous daily high soon. Then I'm gonna just wait and see what ends up happening. If there's gonna be any reaction there, pre-market high. I mean previous daily high. Yeah, this inversion don't matter no more. Delete that. Breaker. A lot of back and forth, you know. This took out this high, then made a bearish breaker, and that's where I looked to short. And it's too bad, you know. How much I could have done there. I put in my limit fill and it just kept going past it. And I did wait for things to be balanced. Like, it dropped below pre-market low, like 1, 2, 3 times, and then it closed below it. So I did think that that was going to have that continuation. I thought it was going to be high resistance, move lower, but oh well. We gotta play with these ranges even more so than I thought. Okay. Hmm. 12:30. Oh, now they added in at 9:30. What the heck? I swear I just refreshed it, and before I refreshed, it wasn't there. Yeah. Either way, he's not on time. Yeah. 8 minutes ago, he said there's now more downside risk than a week ago. Miran said 2 more cuts this year sounds realistic. All right. 2 more cuts before January. Previous daily high taken out by the NASDAQ. At this point, it seems like we're just gonna, like, ES is just gonna squeeze all the way back up to freaking the Friday's high there. Not crazy. Gotta stay calm. All right. There is an extension level that matches up. And for NASDAQ, it lines up, which is kind of crazy too, with an extension level. Well, he just said that, like, there's going to be 2 more likely cuts this year. It just seems like we're just going to moon. Seriously. And we are mooning since then. Damn. He said that 31, like, literally 2 minutes ago. It literally is just gonna, oh my god. It's just gonna continue flying, isn't it? I can't chase. ES is up 1.6%, NASDAQ up 1.34%. Daily candle on ES is at 77 points. $100-point range is typical. Keep in mind that someone in the Fed said just now 2 more cuts this year is likely, and we're just mooning. 487 for NASDAQ is the average range. We moved 390 points so far. Yeah. All I can do here is just wait for more retracements to happen, or some sort of setup. If it doesn't happen, then I can't get mad. But I can't chase it and then, then I'll always regret it. Even if it works out, then it's not the right way to do it. So I gotta just wait for some sort of retracement. I mean, we'll see if we retrace to previous daily high or pre-market high on NASDAQ. Just whole leg up, measure out. And the NASDAQ gave a 15-minute breaker from there to there, so near that pre-market high, pretty much. What a morning. I did say buckle your seatbelt, so I thought it was going to be on the way down. I think, this extra move here definitely trapped me, because why would, it didn't do that, and ES was stronger, then I wouldn't have entered that short. all good. The Treasury Secretary had to keep running his mouth. And then what was it? Who was it talking? FOMC member Miran. Can't wait until after the 18th, and then the Fed can't talk for the rest of the month. Yeah, so what did we do? We proved the bearish bias was definitely blown past the water. Like all these people that were, I mean, I got stopped out here, and then there's definitely people that trailers had stops there, got all blown out. There's a bunch of bullish FEGs on the way up now, so I mean, I don't know which one is gonna hold price. Can't really just be buying here an extreme premium. Stop doesn't allow for anything good. So just have to either wait for a retracement, then I'd want to see what we do from there. Yeah, another like local low. So we've just been straight up. You're welcome to everyone that was long bias. You're welcome for the liquidity. Okay. 43% of the chat was bullish today, but we did drop. It was a very interesting start of the morning. Yeah, little fake out there. Pushed back up, then we had a breaker. We didn't retrace really to that breaker yet on ES or NASDAQ. Who knows if we will, but it is in like a discount now, so that's somewhat promising. Anything else? Yeah, let's see. Trump's threat on China cooking oil ineffective, says the Global Times. Okay. I mean, yeah, that drop yesterday. Obviously, it's ineffective. That drop yesterday during the afternoon was because of those remarks, and overnight we took those back. We're back at 25,000 again. How much was that drop yesterday afternoon? Who was around when that happened? I saw that after the fact. I was like, huh? 241 point drop in 20 minutes. If it continues super bullish, I mean, it doesn't matter. That's a good sign. If it doesn't retrace, that's also a good sign. It's just a matter of finding a low to which, a swing low to which I would feel comfortable putting a stop at, you know? Mm. And for the people asking me probably like, where am I getting these headlines from? I literally just go on Delta One on Twitter here. Put it in the chat. That's what I do. Puts the Bloomberg terminal. Keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the... It's definitely wild so far. Someone said wait for the real move. That's interesting. That's very vague advice. Very vague advice. Wait for the real move. The biggest banks beat earning estimates, but their stocks still fell as investors see possible trouble ahead. Wells Fargo was an exception, soaring as investors bet on its future without a regular imposed asset cap. Cool. Now we just made a humongous 15-minute FEG. Hold this. There's still one more. There's still 8 minutes left in this. So we're consolidating again. Yeah, big move, consolidation. Well, we have another big move. It would be nice to at least retrace the previous daily high, to be honest. Or pre-market high. Okay. Mm-hmm. Still consolidating. Barely retraced at all. You have a tiny S&T on the 1 minute. I mean, if it decides to just power up again, that could be just what it is. Decides to moon again. It has been consolidating quite high. Nasdaq now near the high of day. See what they do here. So far, there's not like a displacement here yet. So it could just continue consolidating. Yeah, there's no bullish. Or it didn't take out new high of day yet. Damn, son. Where's Walmart? Walmart had a announcement of ChatGPT partnership yesterday. What's it up today? 1.7%. Yesterday was up 5%. Soon, customers will be able to link their Walmart or Sam's Club accounts to ChatGPT for basically ask it for oh, I need help buying whatever, and then it will link you to Walmart and you could buy it directly from Walmart from ChatGPT. Here now, so let's take out new high of day. No, it doesn't seem like it has a lot of juice left right now, so can't be. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to wait for another retracement to happen. And we have this 15 minutes gonna close now. We have this huge 15-minute FEG. How big is it? Okay, 50 points. Honestly, not that big. Two of them. To be honest, you almost want to long ES better than NASDAQ because ES didn't take out that pre-market low, made an equal low. Retraced more deeply into here than NASDAQ did. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Keep my eyes open. Open mind. Open mind, open heart. What do you guys think? Instead of 10 a.m. consolidation, 11 a.m. expansion? Yeah, possibly. Definitely had we had a manipulation down, then an expansion up. You know, question is, are we going to have continuing expansion up? Or imagine if all this just gets taken out to the downside. I mean, this is the kind of market we are in. Stuff changes. Anyone can just make any sort of comment or whatever. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know why that's every 5 minutes. Yeah, take that off. Hey, Tanya, the big displacement candles, always treat them as reversal candles. For me, it's a way of the market to say it wants to continue lower or higher. Okay. Still grizzly? What does that mean? Krishna Verna, can we do healthy flirting? No. What the hell does that mean? You're banned. Do I know the seagull pattern? No, what's the seagull pattern? He was spamming that message. Castillo, you should have banned him. What happened? Uh-oh. 15-minute FEG looks good for longs. There's 2 big ones now. There's 2 of them. So we didn't retrace during this one. There's literally this one down here, and we have this. And it doesn't even seem like we are. We're consolidating near the top end of this consolidation range. We're holding on NASDAQ. ES isn't there yet right now. Really kind of an odd day. What's happening? Made 2 new local hive days for NASDAQ. ES not there yet. That's a little odd because ES started the day out stronger. Tough. Mm-mm-mm. Alright, my friend Matt also tried to short to London and Asia/Asia. Yeah. Honestly, I would try that short again. There's nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong. The hard part is, I said back to the drawing board here, right? Like I got stopped down and it's like, oh, well, no, we're just gonna shoot up because whatever, who said that? Marin, Fed FOMC member Marin was like, we're gonna have probably 2 more cuts before the end of the year. That's literally what he said at, what time was that? Because I want to see on the chart what time he said that. It's definitely like this. 10:04 a.m. Yeah. So he said that right here, and then we had that boom, that 70-point push. So now we've been consolidating since then. And let's see. Well, Miran said he do not care that gold is at a record. All right, cool. Might argue that there's a geopolitical risk premium in the price of gold, but don't see economic consequences to that. Okay, whatever. India Central Bank Chief. We want to promote CBDC and not crypto or stable coins in India. All right. Nothing else has been new. The government is now sitting on a pile of a lot of Bitcoin. The government seized about 15 billion worth of Bitcoin from wallets registered to a business owner it claims was running a massive pig butchering fraud ring. The Department of Justice called it the largest forfeiture operation in history. The Department of Justice is accusing Chen Zi, the founder and head of the Cambodia-based multinational conglomerate Prince Holding Group, of actually heading up an international criminal operation that has caused billions of dollars in losses and untold misery to victims around the world. The Treasury Department also designated Prince as a criminal organization that U.S. companies cannot do business with. In an indictment filed in New York, prosecutors alleged that the company trafficked people into forced labor and made them engage in scams where the victims handed over the crypto they were falsely promised would be invested. Wow. Although the DOJ has the Bitcoin, Chen remains at large. Okay. That's insane. They seized $15 billion worth of Bitcoin from like a criminal organization. Damn, son. So these people scammed $15 billion of Bitcoin out of people. It's just insane. If anyone watched that movie Beekeeper, sounds similar. It's not a good movie though. The official corporate arm of the Dogecoin Foundation is going public through a merger with Braghouse Holdings, and they partnered with 21 shares in Robinhood to accelerate the future of Dogecoin for global investors, tokenization, and payments. So, Dogecoin is coming to the NASDAQ, apparently, to Wall Street. Well, YM has been retracing back into a 15-minute FEG. ES is now in its the most shallowest one. This is the last 15-minute low. Anyway, there's no more SMT there, right? Because ES took this out. So, very strange market action today. Seems like, had its push and now it's Asia session. It's been consolidating for like 20, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Will ES get back into his 5-minute breaker? Or, yeah, this is a 5-minute. It's more like the 2-minute here. Supreme Court won't consider Alex Jones's appeal of the $1.4 billion he was ordered to pay to the families of the victims of the 2012 shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Oracle's cloud unit will use 50,000 AMD chips in the latest AI deal. GM, General Motors, said when it releases quarterly earnings next week, there'll be a $1.6 billion hit from scaling back at electric vehicle plans. Major news outlets, including CNN and Fox News, refused to sign on to the Pentagon's new restrictions on reporting. Madagascar's president fled the country after being ousted in a coup following weeks of protests by the country's young people. Netflix may be showing podcasts soon. All right, and that's all that I see. Bruh, we've just been barcoding there. Feels like there's no more juice. Someone pressed the off button or something. Pull the switch to turn the market back on, please. TJR lost 157k. Slay. I wanted to go short. Which one would I do based on SMT, ES, or NQ? This is like where the market's kind of tough. Yeah, I mean, you would want to short the weaker one, which would be ES here. I did make this new highs locally recently, and it's run out of juice faster than NASDAQ. So, but it started off the day stronger, so this is where it's like annoying as hell to trade this. See the previous hourly highs here. But I'm not really looking to, like, because look at this hourly on the NASDAQ. Like, what the hell is this, bro? It's hard to short this. This crazy wick closed near its open, and then this next candle just went to the moon. right? Look at the 4 hour. See this? 4 hour open is here. Yeah, just at 10 a.m. we basically just started blasting. Barely any wick down. Where's 10 a.m. candle? Here. Yeah, that's when, yeah, that Fed speaker was talking. It's so weird because, like, you know, we're not displacing lower to look for reversals, but we're also not, yeah, we're having some SMTs at the lows, but then you're not having any energetic pushes up, right? I was looking here at the new high of day to see if there would be anything. No, you have a tiny FEG there. I didn't like that. I'm not going to get involved for that with this kind of stop. No. So there was no reason for me to go long at here all the way at the high of the session yet. So neither side is really doing anything right now. See, on the 1 minute, there's no FEGs, even on ES. There's a tiny 1 minute here. See, on the 2 minute. Yeah, nothing really. So Stan T-Man says we need Trump to tweet that he hates Chinese food to get some movement here. Yeah, come on, bro. Say something. Be like, Donald Trump needs to say he's like waging war against General So chicken. Yeah, someone says wait till let's see what it does in the 15-minute FEG. In your opinion, it's a difficult spot. Yeah, and the thing is the difficult spot too within this because it's a pretty large area. Like it could kind of just come down and slowly consolidate here, fake people out both sides. It's tough. ES has retraced into it, but it's definitely in a deep premium still. But even so, right, like, if I was thinking, it took out this low and NASDAQ didn't. It's not like we had any strong displacements to the upside yet to think, okay, I'll go long versus that low. There's nothing that gives me the confidence for that, right? Oh, looking at the 4 hour makes me think like, this is going to be a strong 4 hour candle, which makes me still looking for potential longs, but damn, it's just been consolidating for the past 40 minutes, dude. It's tough. It's gonna be a shitty consolidation forever. Forever and ever. Dude, I can't wait until after, like, next week, then the feds can't open their mouth anymore. After Friday. For the rest of the month. FOMC members. It's a blackout period. Yeah. ES is actually like continuously making these new local lows again. Definitely confusing. It's not displacing cleanly to make me want to go short, you know? So like generally I've tried shorts earlier. I want a London low. It looks pretty good. Low in an imbalance. Nasdaq's still in the range. What do you guys think? The hourly candle looks nasty. I know, bro. Sucks. Nasty. Nasty, nasty. What are you gonna do, mate? Nothing. Not too much here. The hourly on ES looks nasty, definitely, too, yeah. Right? Looking both sides now. Yeah, let's chat again now. What's your bias for the rest of this day? Neutral / sideways. The thing is, like, at least, you know, knowing the news of what just happened and that push up was literally because someone from the Fed was talking about that we'll have 2 more cuts this year. It helps me just know, like, okay, well, we just had a big move because of that, and it makes me less kind of, that's why I wanted a retracement. It makes me more patient and anticipate a potential consolidation. It just feels like the market's indecisive right now, right? Maybe at 11. Yeah, it's the 1050 macro now. Isn't that crazy how fast? I mean, it's already 1050. Still never came into the 15-minute fair value gap for ES. Isn't that is wild? How many times did the ES make a new tiny local low already? And Nasdaq never got into it once, twice, 3 times. What are we doing, mate? What is chat saying? Vote bullish, bearish, or neutral / sideways for the rest of the session. Oh, well. Mm-mm-mm. Remember when I was talking about, I was like, I can't chase, even though I think like we might just keep rocking up. That was literally here, so I'm so glad I was able to just stay calm here and be like, I gotta wait for retracement. And look, we did nothing. If people chasing here, they've just been up and down or underwater mostly. Lowest retracement ever, and Nasdaq still not even at the 15-minute. I marked out literally the top of the 15-minute FEG. FOMO is the enemy, yeah, word. You have to just think of longevity, like, okay. Someone asked me earlier, like, oh, you got a $4,000 loss. Were you able to sleep at night? Yeah, I was, because I know that your career and your reputation doesn't come from a few quick wins. And using that same logic, it doesn't come from just a few losses either. It's from a long time of it's from a lot of data, right? Because anyone could say if you got a few quick wins, you just got lucky. Same thing for a couple losses, just like, oh, you got unlucky or the market wasn't your friend that day. Whatever. Look, you have to think of the bigger picture, because in those moments you can really get stuck on, I need to make this back right now. Like right now. I can't leave this desk until I make it back. And that's where you end up putting yourself into a snowball of losses. Alright, let's see what you guys voted in the chat for the rest of it. 48% said bullish, 28% said bearish, and 24% said neutral / sideways. Pretty similar to what it was this morning, actually. I'm planning on doing an interview with Jared. Oh man, that would be probably good. That's a good point. I don't know if I'll have time. Gotta do it. Maybe I'll do it in New York City. Here we are, it's 11. So 10 a.m. really did just pushed up, then consolidated. Nasdaq never got back into its 15-minute FEG. ES did drop a little bit. Still never got into like discount of this or the breaker or anything. See what ends up happening here. Yes. Here it would be. Where's the last swing high? Yeah. An equal high there. You have just the tiniest 1 minute FEG here. This isn't really, no. Nah, bro. It would have been better if this candle closed better. I don't know. This is not looking that great. We'll see if maybe ES does end up having more gas, but this rate doesn't really look like it. See? Doesn't really made an equal high there. Couldn't have sustained upside really. No 11 a.m. No 11 a.m. Bullish move so far. We just started that candle though. Yeah. There's nothing that I want to get part of for the longs, honestly. It's very messy. Maybe now. See how ES reacts here. Really, it's still dicey. Right, like made this new low twice. Would have been much better if this was just a sweep here and then a reversal. It just did nothing. I don't really see 11 a.m. doing too much either. I don't know. I'll wait for more data for a little bit. Needs to be more convincing than that. ES isn't doing shit. Nasdaq's barely doing shit either. Just wicked this. Had the tiniest of FEGs. It's like not convincing at all. In fact, then take this out. That's another SMT. Like, what are we gonna do? I don't know. See the hourly now, right? See the hourly. No. Not. Yeah, ES just made another swing low there. That's the thing. There's no clean shorts here either. So what we do here? consolidate for the rest of the week here. Imagine. What are we gonna do? Well, it's just insane. NQ still not even taking this out. One, two, like three, four times. Nasdaq not once here. Here, ES did not take out this high, made an equal high. Nasdaq did. Nasdaq took out new high today twice here. Now let's see what it does here. Is it still going to consolidate, or is it going to treat this as a bearish FEG that holds it? I don't know. If this disrupts this, I mean, like I said, I've been waiting for here, and honestly, I've been waiting for longs, and there's been nothing. So, let's tape read what happens here. Is it going to be a huge retracement lower? I don't know. There's certainly not. There's been one displacement now since here. See if there's any continuations. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's 11:07 right now. Doesn't seem like there's any juice anywhere. This is in the middle of this whole range. That's why I'm not taking a short here. Nasdaq's so way too strong. Yeah, completely just disregarded it because, yeah, it's still consolidating. I marked that out to see if it would start to maybe move lower, have some algorithmic, like movement there, but no. No. You just decided to barcode for literally an hour. So, hope everyone stayed safe here. I tried one short here, or way earlier in the day, and I got stopped out at this high, and then I just blasted off in the next without me, and then we just consolidated for an hour. Yes, yeah, but it has a 15-minute down here. Still hasn't even retraced too. Has all these breakers down here. That's what it shows is like you could want to just have the retracement, and it's even hard to just if I'm bullish, I don't really want to short down to get the retracement to long again. It's just very difficult. You can see like how we've been going lower. it's not a clean way. It's just grinding lower. Which is not a bad thing for the long idea. I think we just it needs to consolidate more or something. We have an hourly bullish FEG now. We have this wick to work with too. All this is in discount. We're not really near those levels right now, are we? Trading's a lot of patience. So anyway, it's 11:10. We deadass stayed in a 42 point, basically 45 point range for the past hour and a half. So shout out to everyone that's still here and endured this with me. That's how small the range has been on the NASDAQ. And I hope everyone's staying safe today. Don't be a degenerate. This is probably the harder, it's very difficult to deal with, right? When you could easily decide to be like, I want to scalp this small range, and then you get like chopped up so much in this range, right? No, wait for like the simple setups, and that's it. Today's not an easy day. I mean, they just started yapping here, and just pushed us up, and then we consolidated so much. So you just control what you can control. You could have a good attitude. I took a loss, and I was looking to then join the longs, and then freaking longs just decided to just consolidate, never retrace. I was hoping like a retracement, then a back, swing low to go back long again. Not happening. Now NASDAQ has dropped into its 15-minute. I'm just going to basically give it time here, and I'll reassess in the afternoon whatever it wants to do. Because right now there's not really a reason for me to, like I said, get involved here. What else do we have today? We have a bunch of speakers in the afternoon, so be careful. Miran is speaking again at 12:30, 1 p.m. Fed member Waller speaking. The Beige Book at 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m. FOMC member Schmidt speaks. And, there are yellow folders over here on the Forex factory.com where I look at it. But you have to be aware of it because they could just say something that'll affect the market, just like anticipated rate cuts, etc. Are always looking at these types of headlines, keywords, tariffs, rates, etc. to move the market. So being aware of what's happening is helpful. But yeah, stay in control what you can control. Seems like it's just slowly grinding lower. NASDAQ finally had like some interesting displacement back down into this 15-minute. But I don't really anticipate anything crazy to happen unless it now, decides to shoot back all the way back up here and ES decides to get some juice, which I doubt it. Other than that, just gotta stay in control. And I'd rather, honestly, even if it does that, I'd still rather just kind of assess the afternoon because there'd be still price action to work with from intraday. So, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be on a flight going to Naples, so I won't be streaming, and also Friday. I'll be back in New York, though, Saturday, so I'll be back on the Ninja Trader live stream on Monday, actually. It's the first qualifier of the Arena Cup. I'll be on their stream with, like, Jade Cap, with Lumi, with Stowe, and with another woman called Salma, and we'll be trading there and competing. You guys could watch us live there on the Ninja Trader YouTube. Also, there's still entries available. There's going to be 3 qualifiers. So qualifier 1's already full, But I think check the link in the description if you're interested in that Arena Cup, because there's 400K in prizes that's going to be given out to the winners. And the first place prize on the championship wins 100K. And even on, like, for example, Monday, the person that gets first place is going to win 8K. And there's 50K in prizes just on, like, those qualifier rounds. So, and then 250K for the championship. So, yeah, they're taking 10,000 people per qualifier. The top 10%, the top 1,000 people are going to then go to the championship and compete for.
gukira mu manuza yiwe kabisa muri commission ziwe niyo live
hariya yungukira muri rwanda ryo kwamamaza amana kubera ko nta kindi kintu
abarezi bibiri baba bari kureba ikibuno mu kanya bwo byari ibihumbi bibiri
none se wowe uri kureba iki
kwisekera ukuntu aho
n'abandi rero wasanga ari uko nabo bari kwisekera
noneho amara kuvuga ibintu yangiza agakora ibitandukanye
agakora ibihabanye
yari kuvuga ngo ntuza ngo nasidaka ngo imeze nkaho iri burije ngeje zingiye kubona mbona ashyizemo seri
ariko
ushyiramo seri
negabera n'ibyaende bya padiri mujye muvuga ibyo muvuga nimugakora nimba ari ibyo nkora
ibyo mvuga ntimukarebe ku byo nkora mani nta kwifata ngo twifate nkaho maketa y'ibyo igifungura mani ngo dutegereje ngo mubu ngo isubira hejuru byose ni ibiki maketa ubu yarangiye
maketa yarangiye itemeye
niho duhombe
ariko ikintu gishekeje ni ukuntu yamaze gukoramo haye y'umunsi niho agahinda kakwica ariko
waba uvuga ngo ize gukuraho iki ubu ngubu none waba uvuga ngo ize gukuraho iki
cyo gukuraho se ugakina ntabwo cyabura amani yakongera agakuraho izo hayi ziri aho hejuru n'akariya kantu ko mu isaha imwe kari hariya hejuru kariya bogisi kari hariya hejuru nako yagenda nako kagakuraho
cyakora yagera muri kimwe cya kabiri hari akasitafu k'umutuku wenda
nta kimwe cya kabiri ntabwo irakigeramo
oya kimwe cya kabiri yarakirenze nyine kuno iri muri ntuza yakagombye gukomereza
kuko aho ngaho gusa ntabwo yageze ihabonsingera kuri hayi y'umunsi ndabona itahabonsingiye iracyari hejuru yayo hayi y'umunsi iri muri iyo FVG ho gato munsi ya nuza hayi y'umunsi w'ejo
simbona ari igiye kubonsingira
ntabwo ntabwo irahashyika none se ko utagiye gufata ikanzu meyini harya ba bakiriya bacu baracyahari mani bo kuri YouTube
ariko nta bakiriya bahari
yavuyeho
oya iriho undi se ageze ngo iyi ngiyi kari ibipeti byanjye bizaza binyinyuramo bikaba yatiriye papa ibintu yabaga arimo
ibi bintu yatagamo umwanya ariko bizaba byaraciyemo mani
nyine basubiremo ibigambo twabaga turi kuvuga
ahubwo nibidacamo wenda ukaba nk'umubanki atera urumva
imana bizacamo.
ati dore nawe abatubuza kujya gushyirira amafaranga kuri Man City abapeto wenda bazaba bakunda umupira mani abatubuza kujya gushyirira kuri Man City dore ibyo yashyiragaho abazungu atanazi
mani ni umupapa wari uzi gukora byatari. Atanazi se ahubwo sintuza si Henry
nawe bamwita burya atanazi
cyakanyenga azi ko cyamwitaga
cyangwa ni naryo zina rye risanzwe atanazi narinze ngo yitwa Henry nyine
ukuntu bivuze nkahita mvuga ati atanazi kabisa.
uburyo urimo urangorekeye ibintu mani kandi njyewe nabuze kutamenya
Nzagifata rero mani nibatanakimpa bazabyihorere ntacyo nkeneye cyane. N'ubundi the main purpose was to get the money.
zimu azemani wazayazanye nkayaryaho mani
Gute se ahubwo ko nzahita nyanywamo essence full.
aka ni aforo mani
Ni ukuri full ni iryibiri nzahita nyuzuzamo iryibiri ubundi ntangire ndebe aho natemberera.
none se ubwo uzayuzuzamo gute
Nzuzuza nyine essence full.
none se ubwo furi izakujyana ikugarure ugire ikintu usagura
hapi nta kintu nshaka gusagura nyine ndashaka kwinywera essence tu.
bro ntaja deri ibyo ngibyo ntabwo wabura akantu uri busagure ntabwo wajya mu kintu kitari busaguremo akantu niyo kaba
kandi wumva kunywa essence mwana
niyo wabara ati ntaraza kugira biraza kwishyura iki n'iki niba wenda ntihagire ikiza gusagura
ninkenera aho kujya sinzaza nyikoresha n'ubundi
kere nyine ni ibyo ndi kuvuga nyine
amafaranga nagakoresheje mu bindi nzaza nyakoresha nako nagakoresheje kuri essence nzaza nyakoresha mu bindi ariko ubwo nyine ndaba nyweye agafuru kameze neza.
agafuru haryo kakumaze igihe kingana gute
biracyari inshyashya mani ntabwo mbizi.
inshyashya yo ubundi iyo imodoka ikiri inshyashya urumva haryo ukoresha essence iyo ikiri inshyashya hari igihe biba cyangwa ya essence itavangiye se
bizi ko ngenda kuri nkoza kuri superman bakaduhikamo ndabizi niba ivangiye cyangwa bitavangiye.
iyi modoka ikiri nshyashya wabona gushyiramo izitavangiye ntabwo biba ari ibyo hari igihe wenda umara nk'ukwezi cyangwa amezi abiri unywa nyine essence ya OG.
Ya OG ni iyi ya pirate ni iyi
uzajya hariya sha bazahita babikwereka
neza ubwo bakaba hari umuntu wifata agafata amafaranga yiwe akagura essence ya pirate.
ahubwo se utayinywa ninde muri Kigali keretse abantu batwara ziriya modoka nyine zihenze za danje zo
nese ujya kuri sitasiyo ukavuga ngo ndashaka essence ya pirate.
oya ntabwo bayita iya pirate harya bayita ntabwo nzi amaterime yabyo mani ariko nujya kuri sitasiyo nkara mu mujyi urumva hari urabona nk'aha handi nko munsi y'ubumwe sibyo urabona iriya sitasiyo nini sibyo noneho hari akandi gasitasiyo kari imbere noneho kuri ka gasitasiyo batangaga nyine essence ya OG itarimo nyine ikintu na gito. ariko ziratandukanye man, hari nimero ya mbere iba itadubuye bro. Fake man, fake wapi uvuga? Fake man, basi iyo uvuga mixed fake, ariko uzi fake yuko ari cya kindi ushyira mu kinyabiziga ntikigende.
mani RBC mani iba yarabinyuzemo si ubu bakifata
Ntabwo urimo urumva, ntabwo nabwiye ngo ni fake, nakubwiye ngo iyi esanse ujya kunywa urumva, ntago aba ari esanse yuzuye ijana ku ijana.
tugure gold mani,
Gold mani waba yigeretse.
hari igihe gukubita akantu kagera aha ngaha gutya gusa ngo gold nabaye nyeretse, gold se ashaka ari iya mbere ikanikurikira.
Zahabu, zahabu.
kanjye gufungurira umuntu uri gukomanga mani. Halo, Diego. Mwiriwe neza. Ubanza warumbuze. Hagere. Okay, kanze mpite nkurangira. urahagana hehe ubu ngubu?
ho gato ngiye kureba bagenzi banjye hano kuri gare